And we are live. Yes. Hello. Welcome to season 4 of TMI. We're going to have it on Thursdays now, most likely. But that's awesome, right? Because we're on season 4. And welcome to the premiere. And we got some football talk. We got some Olympics talk. We got some football talk. We got some Deadpool Wolverine talk. I'm going to tell y'all what a handprint is because I know y'all excited for some sustainability tonight. I know y'all excited. We're having, even though it's a soft opening, it's like a pillow to get you ready, The soft opening is like a pillow to get you ready. So it's like a hypothetical or some other word that refers to hypothetical, like almost actual. You know what I'm saying? And I got the background behind me tonight because the other background isn't as nice as this background. And I don't want to have no lame, fake ass background, like where it has whatever stupid ass image that isn't mine. And it makes my head look all weird. And like, it looks like it's all weird. Like that's not my background. And it's like, I ain't trying to show this right now because I'm doing so much that I gotta have stuff a secret, right? Because I'm like Tony Stark in this place right now. So I gotta have the secret spot, and then I gotta have the non-secret spot. You know what I'm saying? But look at this. You get to see authentic, like since back in the day. Posters. Like, look at it. We got Spider-Man 3 over here. That 3, that's from the 2007. Okay? And then this one was 2012. And then this poster is from 2007, I think, that album. And anyways, it was TFTG's idea to have a soft opening. So it's their fault that it's like a monologue, right? Like Jay Leno show or whoever show, the guy that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? He walks out and the curtains open and he says some or whatever, Johnny Carson. You know what I'm saying? So welcome to the premiere. And we still got to do the thing where it does the countdown because this is a soft opening. I've probably said that about like 7 times now. Tonk 7. What do you want from me? All right. Let's try to go. You good? Shake, Shake, you always be making me laugh right at the beginning of the show, dude. Why you like why you gotta do that?
Daddy, chill.
I'm trying over here, okay? I'm trying. All right, so anyways. Oh, hold on a second. I'm looking at the private chat. What's up, everybody? Man, see, I wasn't even looking at the wrong chat. I'm like, why is nobody saying nothing? I see it pop up over here, right? I see it over here, but then I'm not seeing it over here because I forgot to change it over here. So this is what it's like for me. You know what I'm saying? This is what I bring to the table. So, but anyways, thank you everyone for chiming in already. We got Raphael, Chef, Flava, Crazy Dolphin. I don't know. Some of these people look new to me. Maybe we got some new fans. We got some new team. We got some new homies. We got some same. We definitely got the same haters. Always, definitely. Like this, some of the haters are like infamous even in the chat. We got some infamous haters in here, but I love it. You know what I'm saying? And it's a good time to kick off season 4 because there's a lot of stuff been going on in sports, you know, and a lot of terrible, you know, a lot of news. There's just been a lot of crazy stuff going on in sports, but I really found this one interesting topic. So it's during the Olympics, first topic, and this was last night. I learned of it. It's I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you were gonna do that. And so I chose that time to make sure I knew when I was going to be able to have a drink break because you were going to throw WNBA in there. So I'm going to say something new. We'll try to find WNBA to stand for taking a drink. If you like the WNBA, then you're going to love taking a drink. All right, so Joel Embiid is on the USA team. But he could have been on, I think, either the French team or the South Sudan team. And I don't know if I've ever seen that before. So, I mean, I guess the only thing you can't be in this country is president if you're not born. So you can be almost everything else. And that's fine. I'm just saying I've never seen, I don't know, I can't recall another player doing that. Maybe I wasn't paying attention enough, but I've never seen that. And then they were playing France. I think they played France the other day. So that had to have been really interesting to I don't know. I can't think of another player, or if I did know of one, I didn't pay enough attention. But it's the first time I saw that because I guess he could play for either or because they said South Sudan, like the commentators. And that's just that's crazy. That's got to be kind of a tough decision, I feel, to have to decide. Because, I mean, obviously, Jokic, right? Jokic, on the Denver Nuggets, he plays for Serbia. Like, he obviously really wanted to play for his country or he would have been on the USA team. Like, obviously. So, and they barely lost. They were up. I had 2 long back-to-back meetings today. I had to work on this calculator for energy code. I had to help builders. I had to guide them to apply measurements to this calculator and turn it in for permitting. And so I wasn't able to watch the game, but I was catching up on it. And I was so busy today that I couldn't have it in the background because it was too much thought. And I was mad because I finally was able to be able to watch the game today. But anyways, they almost lost to Serbia. I think they won by 5 points or 4 points. So that's crazy. I mean, that's close. That's really close. This is how the stack the rest of the world is. You know, we came close to losing against Serbia, and we're stacked. We're stacked. We got Kevin Durant, who has the most points in USA basketball history. So playing on the team, and LeBron James, who's been playing on the USA team since he started in 04, I think. That's a long time he's been playing on the USA team, and Kevin Durant still has more points than him. That's insane. That's crazy. But the rest of the world is catching up. The rest of the world is catching up. It's crazy how good the rest of the world is. It's crazy how good the rest of the world is. Basketball is so awesome. It's definitely the best sport. It's definitely the best sport. What's up?
By the way, WNBA, water, not beer or alcohol.
Yes. See?
Cheers.
See? That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Good H2O.
That's some high cock. That's some high cock. The
H2O.
only time I'd ever care. All right, you can run it. The only time I'm ever like happy to hear that, Mr. Paul K. All right, so, but I don't know. I mean, what do you think of that, Shake? Like, what would you do? Would you, like, if you could play for either your home country or United States, who would you play for?
My home country is the United States, but yeah.
Sorry, I didn't.
That's all right. Yeah, I understand.
I didn't mean it
like Cuba. Yep. Yeah, I got you.
Or like, if you were from Africa or a country in Africa or Colombia.
Yeah. It's a slippery slope because at the end of the day, you want to people look at it from the lens of
because I'm partial. I mean, I obviously would play on the USA team, but I'm from it's hard for me to make that decision because I think I would want to represent my country, but I would also if the first time maybe I would do one or the other. Like if I played twice, it would be once for the USA and once for my country. You know what I'm saying? Because you can play multiple times. So I guess maybe the first time with your country and then the second time with the USA. I think that's fair.
Well, I can't. As I say, I'm Cuban descent. I really don't know anything about Cuba, so I've never been to Cuba, so I can't really.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, not to mention what sucks for Cuba is all the best swimmers are here in the United States, so they can't have a good swim team. So
they got good baseball players come out of Cuba.
That's true. But yeah, I think that. But you know what's crazy? I'm looking not only is the world catching up in basketball, but at the end of the day, these players just finished a long season of basketball. They get no off season. You know what I mean? It was kind of tougher for them because
Yeah, well, fortunately, that's why it's only every 4 years, and they don't have to play. So it's not designed actually to be professional. It's designed to be like college level
amateurs.
Yeah. So, but at the same time, I don't know. It's kind of a catch-22 for the United States because if we put out our absolute best player, obviously we're going to win. You know, so like,
you know what would be a good compromise? The best athletes out of college. Your best athletes out of college.
Yeah.
The ones that just entered the draft. If you entered the draft or you're in college.
Put Bronny James in there.
Yeah.
Let's see Bronny James go.
And I think that'll be kind of like amateurish.
Yo, am I lagging or is that you?
It's probably me. I don't know because you sound fine where I'm at.
Okay. Yeah, that's yeah, I mean, if you have multiple chances to go, then definitely choose either country, but that's got to be an interesting decision to make.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not something that you could like you can make in 5 minutes. Some people can,
So
but other people
so
have to think about it.
this is good for the next segment because even though Kevin Durant has the most points, the MVP could go to the best player. So they got rid of that award some time ago, and now
No,
they're
it's not gonna
bringing
be
it back.
Joel Embiid. It ain't gonna be Joel Embiid. I can tell you that.
It's probably LeBron James. That's the only award he doesn't have because they haven't been giving it out.
Mm,
Isn't that crazy? Because he has the in season tournament,
yeah.
right? He got the first one, so he doesn't ever have to worry about that one ever again. And I'm not like saying this should go to LeBron, but I think it will. I just think it will. But
You
like,
know, you know what that remind me of? That reminds me of back in the day during the Attitude Era of WWF, right? Fuck, Shawn Michaels was already the heavyweight champion. He won the European Championship, which was like a lesser one of the lesser belts, but he only won it to say he won every belt in the WWF. I think
yeah,
that's what LeBron is trying to do.
well, that's fine.
He can't capture. He's not going to get 6 rings. So
But
let's get
yeah, but
every
I
title
mean, the only reason he
out there.
doesn't have it yet, the only reason he doesn't have it yet is because they haven't been giving it out yet. So
Yeah.
it's not like he's missed it. So that's not really his fault. Like I don't if it's not available, then it's not your fault that you don't have it. So I wouldn't hold that against a player or accomplishments. It's just I don't know. It's a interesting. I didn't even know it existed until just the other day.
Yeah.
But I think that's cool. I wonder what it looks like. Is it another
I think I'll do good in the WNBA.
what? Water?
Not
not
basketball,
beer.
water, not beer and alcohol. That's right.
You should go to an AA meeting, be like, I support the WNBA. I support WNBA. Be like, what are
What's
you
that?
talking about, dude?
Water, not beer and alcohol.
You're like,
or alcohol.
oh.
Oh man. I know Color supports that, right? Color? He's in the back.
He's like, so all right, since we're I don't know. I'll just wait. I'll just save that for another. I'll just save that for another night. I don't want to get into all that. The other part of the Olympics that's been going on, I just don't want to get into it tonight. Okay. I've already had a stressful day.
So you're not talking about Kevin Durant's most points ever?
Oh well, yes. No, you're good. You're good.
This yeah, because that's I give you. I have all 10 that you gave.
Yeah. So. No, you're right. My bad. So I think that just happened the other day too. So he was already. Yeah, Raphael. That's what. But hey, at least it turned out to be they were actual real women. So that's where like news and things really like you got to be careful what you read and how you react to things. I learned a lesson with that, and I'm glad that they figured out the real truth and everything, and like it's just the world reacted a certain way because we've just seen that this side of sports, and we're kind of sensitive to it, and so the world reacted a certain way because of just past experience, and so and that sucks for that player, for the female players that were dragged through the mud, but hey, that's just the truth, the truth always comes out, and that's what matters the most, is that the truth comes out. And just paying attention to news that you read and how you react to things, there's just a lot. We don't know everything. And um it's just, like, and then the Olympic player that was convicted of a sexual assault and stuff like that. I want to talk about that, but I want to talk about that another night. I don't want to talk about it today.
Okay. Or the fact that Noah was tested with they
It's
said he
because,
was.
like, I think, what's crazy about the Olympics now is that we're in the age of information, so
Mhm.
nothing is going to be able to be hidden, and we just need to understand that like from now on the Olympics there's whoever is part of it is going to get exposed. So like we just need to understand that it might not be accurate at first about the
Mhm.
person. We just we need to understand that as a collective group, and we want to look at things. We want to look at things through the right eyes.
Yep.
But the truth comes out, and that's what I've always stood by as a person, and how I practice my own life, as I try to be as truth and honest as I can. And so that way, when things like this come to light, it's it makes you feel good that living, like, just holding it to yourself. If you know it's really true, just hold it to yourself, and it'll come to light, and everything will be fine. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's like, that's how I feel about it. But
Mhm.
uh
Yeah.
most points ever for Kevin Durant is insane.
Mhm.
Even
By the
though
way, one thing I want to say too is I heard this, and fortunately, it was from Fidel Castro, and you know how us Cubans don't like Fidel Castro, but one wise comment he made was, "Time will absolve me," which it didn't. But anyway, that's whenever something you feel like you're right. I always keep that in mind. Time will absolve you of everything. You know what I'm saying?
it there's potentially it can.
He
Yeah.
could have been. You know what, Shake? I never heard that he said
Man,
that. But you know what? He could have said, "Time always resolves the truth." He could have said that and been more accurate.
but he said time will absolve me because he was a lawyer, so he's trying to say that, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right. And in his case, it did was resolve the truth. You know what I mean? Like computer resolute. It makes the truth more resolute.
Hmm. Yeah.
You
What's
know,
going on, man of
how
the
could he
hour?
have known?
Mac K, what's going on, y'all?
What's up,
Oh
man of
yeah,
the hour? Raphael.
yeah.
I see the
Man of the
TV
hour,
fans.
man of the hour
Crazy
to me is
Dolphin.
like what man of the
Michael
hour to
K.
me. Yeah, my bad. Man of the hour to me is like what
Number
what El
one, number
Capitan is
one,
to you.
number one hater. It's just, it's so funny. It's just, man, it's just so great knowing Cap my whole life, and like nobody
Yeah.
ever trolled him. He was just never. It just was never this thing, and now it's just like every episode.
Who my El Capitan?
With the T-shirt with the Bills T-shirt on. Man, you don't hate. Yeah, right. Maybe you don't hate your mom. Fuck you talking about? So what we got next?
All right, we're next on the
So
docket.
so the Dolphins have some new players, right?
Yep.
Who are the new players? I know I'm excited for one of them. I forgot.
Um,
Didn't we sign a wide receiver or running back?
we got Dan Marino and
No.
Richmond Webb. No, I don't know.
Dolphins.
Color.
Where'd you leave off, Tonk? You talking about the draft or the free agent?
Didn't we sign? Didn't we? Oh, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, we got. Yeah, he would
Yep.
be a new one. We got
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
couple
So we
rookies.
signed. So we got Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, got a couple
We
rookies at
re-signed. We
wide
just
receiver.
re-signed. We just re-signed Tyreek Hill.
Uh huh.
We
Picked up Willie
re-signed the
Sneed.
Ramsey, A Chain.
Mm-hmm. And then, of
we
course,
drafted last year.
Jalen Wright, the rookie running back.
Mm-hmm.
Jody Fortson, is he new?
New to us. New for us.
Jordy Fortson, wasn't that in Silence of the Lambs?
Yo, the first there's not very many tight ends that aren't Caucasian in the NFL. So
what?
Almost every tight end in the NFL is Caucasian.
I think it's 50-50, bro.
No, it's probably 70-30.
Right, but here's the thing, Tonk. When you think but here's the thing. When you think of great tight ends, who are the first names that come to mind?
Gronk,
Shannon Sharp,
Anthony
Sharp. Gonzalez,
Antonio Gonzalez,
Kellen
But
Moore.
nowadays, but not in a long time.
Winslow. Winslow.
Yeah.
What about Winslow?
Kellen Winslow, yeah.
Okay, but now you got
Harold Edmonds.
Well, just look at, regardless of ones that make the most news, just look at the stats of the actual players.
I mean, I get it because they kind of like are
Darren Waller.
But Tonk, I'm with you. I think because they're kind of like an extension of the offensive
Hernandez.
line.
But I don't know. It's
well, Tonk.
Hey, by the way, Aaron Hernandez was the OJ Simpson of the.
So you have Rob Gronkowski, and then you have the tight end that's on the
Bengals, Mike Gesicki.
No, the one that plays on the Chiefs.
Oh, Travis Kelce.
Yeah, Kelce, and then the Vikings have their tight end is
Hawkinson.
a big ass white.
Is it Hawkinson? TJ Hawkinson.
Almost every team.
I mean, look,
I don't know. It's just an interesting stat.
You're probably somewhat right because they're like an extension of the offensive line, so I can see why a lot of them might be Caucasian overall.
I don't know why. I think it's an interesting stat. I don't know. It's
maybe I'll go 60-40, but
it's almost like a personality trait. Position.
Again, because they're like an extension of the offensive line.
I don't know. It just reminds me of like baseball players. For some reason, just
tight ends remind you of baseball players.
Just like I don't know that position. I don't know. I don't know. I forgot Shannon Sharp was tight end. I like Shannon Sharp.
One of the greatest.
I was gonna say Mike Gesicki because he was doing the gritty, but then again.
But I'm telling you, just watch every team. Every team. I'm telling you. Just watch, pay attention now.
Again, I think it's because they're an extension of the offensive line. You might be right a little bit you might be right, but I still think it's like 60-40, man. You know what I mean? Like maybe back in the.
I'm excited. I'm definitely
20 years ago. Yeah, it was probably 90-10.
And.
David Njoku.
So Tyreek Hill set a record the past couple seasons for having the most yards. He set a record for having like the most yards in 2 seasons or something like that. I forgot the record, but I know he has a record that's like the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
I don't know what it is, but I just heard it the other day, and like.
It's close to 4,000.
It's crazy. It's like he's still like especially last season. That last season was when we had the game that we scored like 70 points. Right? Was that last season? Now that we got Odell, and we got a new tight end. We re-signed tight end. We got a good running back, cornerback. And then Tyreek Hill. He's obviously really happy. I like that.
3,509 is the yardage number, Tonk, for the past 2 years for Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
3,509. That's ridiculous big. You know what I mean? That's over. That's 17.
I think they're working really well with with the head coach. I think the head coach is really putting together a team that works well with him. I haven't really paid attention to the Dolphins as much my whole, like until like really, doing this show with y'all and everything. So this is the first time I've ever kind of like looked at how many new players on a team. But what inspired me to do that
Well, we got a
was
bunch this year.
Odell Beckham Jr. when he signed. However, a couple weeks ago or whatever, when I heard that, I was like, "What?" Because I mean, even if like he kind of like when the Bucks won the Super Bowl and they had that one running back. I think it starts with the L.
Yeah, but you mean the most recent Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, who'd they have?
They
I know
they
you're talking
didn't
about.
they just keep like I think Odell
Leonard
Beckham
Fournette.
Jr.
Leonard Fournette is the name
Yeah,
you're looking
it's not
for.
like even maybe just a couple plays a game. He's really good for that. He's really good for spreading out the defense. I think he's going to be magnificent at spreading out the defense, especially with Tyreek Hill. And then I feel Tua is going to be better this season too. He got better last season, so they just need to. I don't know how much. Who runs the defense on the Dolphins?
Newly acquired Anthony Weaver.
So linebacker, is that for offense and defense? No, that's
No, D. Just D.
okay.
You mean which player is like the running the man on defense?
No, I'm just saying that position
coach.
linebacker. That's defense.
Yeah.
Come on, Dolphins.
Yep.
Come on, Dolphins. We can do it.
You really think so?
Hopefully we'll be 1-2 with Kansas City, and we'll see them in the AFC Championship.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
But we can't
I think it's pointless to like get to the Super Bowl and win it if like let's say Kansas City had a bunch of injuries or or Mahomes wasn't playing for some reason. I think it's completely pointless to do all that. I think the only real Super Bowl is rolling through Kansas City.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not. It's Kansas City versus the field, and that's
for real. I mean, for real. If you win a Super Bowl and it's because Kansas City like is decimated on injuries, who cares? Anybody can do that. But can you do it when KC is doing their thing?
They won 2 seasons ago when they won. He was injured.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Well,
injured.
they should just rename it the Kansas City Chiefs Invitational. It shouldn't even be called the Super Bowl.
It's crazy, man. What a crazy, like, just insane. It's like we saw it with. It's different than how it was with Brady. It's just different. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just different. It's very similar, but it's different at the same time. I think that's our biggest chance to get to the Super Bowl is to be number 2 and number 1 to Kansas City. I don't know if we'll be number 1 or number 2. I don't know if it really matters, honestly. But no, actually it would, because we wouldn't get the first round bye.
Right.
But we would get home field advantage.
Right. That's the real key, man. And if teams want to be out there be like, oh, it shouldn't matter. You should be able to win anywhere. Really, though, look at the teams that have won. Does anybody really win a championship game on the road? It don't happen as much as people think it does. Everybody needs home field advantage, even the Chiefs.
So, by the way, I counted 10 black tight ends in the NFL out of all 32 teams.
Boom. See?
So so it's 70-30. So, well, okay. Okay.
Ooh, exactly. What did I say? Exactly. Right. Exactly.
I did slide to 60-40, you know. That's close.
Call it what you want.
Yeah, you're right. 70-30, that's definitely
Bro, I was exactly on 70-30. Exactly. I told you I've been noticing for seasons. I'm like, yo, they always got these big ass white dudes playing tight end. It's always
given there's
big ass
32
white
teams. Given there's 32 teams, it's really like 69.4.
It's just I don't know, that just position. It's just very interesting. It's just yeah, because it's not the same as like how like the quarterback has mostly been Caucasian. It's different. It's like it's kind of like
I really think it's
manifested.
Tonk, I really think it's just because they're really an extension of the offensive line. And what happens in high school and all them in colleges, you get these offensive linemen that finally get in the gym and they get lean and they turn into tight ends. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's because the pool they're coming from is generally like offensive linemen throughout their lives. And you do have a major overweighting of Caucasian players on the offensive line. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that was crazy. I was exactly spot on. That's dope. That's dope. Because I'm the freaking man. That's why. Because I know what I'm talking about. That's why. So, all right, what we got next?
Michael K, did you have AI write this for you? Because I know you can't spell.
Turns out.
Yeah, he had AI right.
More like 10 p.m. is past your bedtime.
He's probably cranky because he's been drinking.
I'll be right back.
He's been drinking Metamucil all night.
I'll be right back.
Sure thing.
Because in Buffalo they love eating spam around this time of night. So they got to eat some Metamucil.
So we got a game tomorrow night.
Oh yeah.
I probably won't last past the third quarter, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not
going to stay up all night to watch a bunch of high schoolers play football.
That's why I'm not doing drive time tomorrow. I'm just gonna sit back and watch the game.
Yeah, I'm going, but again, I'm not going to sit there all night. That's pointless. Yeah, if I was right across the street from the stadium, that'd be one thing. But an hour drive home, I ain't sitting there through the whole thing.
Yeah. By the way, my fiance officially got me the ticket. We got the tickets for the Cowboys Raiders game. So I get to go to the new stadium.
That ought to be fun.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, it's you mean in Dallas, huh?
No, it's in Las Vegas.
Oh, in Vegas. Yeah, either place, I guess, is
going
to be fun.
Oh yeah. Shit, my fiance will kill me. Yeah. After we go to Vegas, let's fly all the way to the Dallas for a preseason game. I mean, listen, it's serendipitous. I mean, we were supposed to go there at that time. Might as well enjoy a game while we're there, right?
Hell yeah. But since we're on the topic of new players, I really can't wait to see what Jalen Wright does when the live action starts flying, man. Because I don't know. Something tells me about this kid, man. I just believe in him. You know it when you see it, man. That's just all there is to it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Ain't the first time.
Yeah, I'm hyped to see what players we're gonna,
Well, at least tomorrow night with a guy like Jalen Wright, you're going to be able to see, the offensive linemen and all that are going to be really, hitting. We're going to be able to see what he looks like after first contact, man, which is going to be, very informative.
Hold on 1 second.
Yo, yo.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, what's the next topic?
Let's see here. We got Jalen Brunson, captain of the team, not
Yeah,
since 6 years.
Of the New York Knicks. So, I've been noticing him for a couple seasons now. He's been doing better and better. And he's the one who kind of got them, I think, to the second. They got to the second round of the playoffs. I don't think they got to the championship, did they? I can't remember, but I know he had a lot to do with them getting to the second round. And he also played on Villanova.
Man.
Or Gonzaga. He either played on Villanova or Gonzaga.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Brunson.
Hey, by the way, real quick, Tonk, sorry. On the 17th, I'm going to Vegas and I'm getting hitched. We're gonna have an Elvis themed wedding, right? And I was showing Michael K. I got me some blue suede shoes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Honka, burning love.
Nice. Yeah. Congrats, man. That's awesome, dude.
Yes, yeah. I'm going to Vegas next weekend.
That's cool that you're like planning to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've only ever heard of someone doing that because they were in Vegas and they met someone and they got married.
Right. in the movies,
I've never heard like, yo, we're planning to go do this.
You mean in the movies, Tonk?
It's still a real way to get married. Like you're still actually getting married. You're just doing it the cool Elvis way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like cool. That's cool, man.
I mean, you just gotta get
respect for you. I got a lot of
get a justice of the peace that's an Elvis fan, bro. Yeah.
Well, but like traditional weddings are have everybody come here. The family's got to come here. We got to have this big thing. I always want to just get the hell out of here, go get married somewhere, and come back.
Yes, pretty much we're doing, and we're gonna have a reception and
like this is like.
And I mean, look, if you both look. Elvis is one of those institutions. So if you're an Elvis fan and she's an Elvis fan, it's really not that weird. Well, if you think about it, like if you guys are both diehards, then why not?
But even if I'm not an Elvis fan, but if I was going to marry a chick and she wanted to do that, I'm down. Right. I don't care.
Well, that's also, of course, that too, Tonk. But at the same time, I mean, if that's what people that are Elvis fans, that's usually, it's like us being Dolphin fans. If I found a woman and she was as big a Dolphin fan as me and wanted to dress up as porpoises, guess what I'm doing? You know what I mean? And I wouldn't see it as weird because we're both diehard Dolphin fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, just because I'm into bondage doesn't mean I'm not a diehard Dolphins fan. He's like, come on, guys. Why are you ragging on me?
Oh, man.
Bro, he's like, what do you mean you saw my closet? He's going to come out like fucking the Katy Perry halftime show.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'd go for a Katy Perry themed wedding as long as she was dressed like Katy Perry.
Yeah, that day, listen, man, I'm busy. That brings a new meaning to I'm busy. I'm all tied up right now.
Or tying the knot, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We're tying the knot. We're tying the knot physically.
I was gonna say.
Well, if you say you tying the knot, Color's definitely like you can definitely count him in. He's gonna RSVP.
Right. I was gonna say when the priest handed me a rope, I didn't get the message, bro.
But that's cool, man. That's
yeah, man. Hey, really listen, cool. I'm happy that
I think that's really cool. That's really awesome.
As I do the safe
I do is the safe word, yeah.
Man. Hey, first episode, and we're already talking about bondage. That's what's up.
It's gonna happen. I mean, it's It's gonna. That's why it works well with y'all on here sometimes. Well, most
Shake's
of the time.
Shake's
Because
fiance
we
is in
just
the
know-
audience going, "That's my man."
Thank you very much.
So anyways,
Jalen Brunson. Who is Jalen Brunson, by the way?
He plays on the Knicks.
Okay.
And they haven't had a captain in 6 years.
You mean the one time we talk about the Knicks and Alexander's not in the chat?
No wonder. Listen, I can't stand the Knicks. I have three teams.
The Knicks haven't, but Knicks have only been really good, like actually good, the past 2 seasons, and that's been because of Jalen Brunson, and so they nominated him captain, and so I just I was like, that's dope because he's been kicking ass, like he's a good ass player, so I was happy to see that.
And that's true. Remember when next week I want some environmentally friendly ropes.
Biodegradable.
No,
rope?
just buy the environmental friendly floss and just use that. Just buy.
Well, we used to have environmental friendly ropes, but the federal government had to prohibit this stuff. It's called hemp. They were perfectly fine as ropes, and they were completely biodegradable.
Just buy recycled.
Hey, Michael K is on the same page as you. Look at that.
Just buy 100% organic cotton T-shirts and just tie them up.
Right.
In sheets, just tie them up in sheets and like a prison break.
I was just gonna say, is this like a prison break? Prison break
right? So when we explain it to the tree huggers, be like, look, we got 100% cotton sheets that we stole, and we're using that as rope.
Okay, but do you tie the same knot that you do in the?
We bought it from Amazon. Just
so
like
Tonk, do you tie the same knot that you do in the marriage rope?
I don't know. Consult your nearest Cub Scout.
They got an app for that. I don't need Cub Scouts. They got an app for that, bro.
Well, bing bang boom. Then you can be master of knot.
I got it downloaded in case I ever lose connection to the internet.
He's thy currency and you're thy knot.
Yes.
I downloaded it in case we ever lose connection to the internet in an apocalypse. I've got it on my phone, so.
Yeah, man. By the way,
we have a new shirt called Knots Color or Colors Knots.
Yeah, Colors Knots.
Not Color or Colors Knots and
Knots Berry Farm.
And it shows the same picture. And it shows the same picture from the last day. Colors Knots next to the butter.
Actually, I could picture now. You put Color's face on Barney Fife.
Yo, wait till you see. So look, this song. So I'm managing an artist now, and I'm the sole executive producer of a song with him in this group called Shoe Gang, and now I'm the executive producer I'm the executive art producer. Because I'm the one responsible for getting the cover done, and it's gonna look like the latest Scream movie. It's gonna look like that, and I'm gonna be on it also as executive producer. So it's gonna look like a movie. The song is called Freak, and I'm so excited. I already just paid the guy to get it done, and I start sending him the pictures. So probably by next week we'll have the cover done. It's gonna be so dope. Oh my god, it's gonna be the dopest shit you've ever seen. And the guy threw an emotion version for free. Yeah. It's gonna be the dopest shit. And like I'm gonna get it signed by Shoe Gang and my artist, and then I'll sign it too. And I'll get a bunch of copies and have them all signed. Yeah. Who's the producer now?
Hell yeah.
Shake It Thy Currency. And not Color. Cap's gonna be like, "What are you talking about?"
Executive.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what's the next one?
That means you make decisions.
Hey,
Yeah.
by the way, I'm warning you now. No spoilers, please.
Oh, you haven't seen the movie?
No. I'm gonna see it next week though. I'm going to the luxury movie theater next week.
Well, I just want to say when this one character walks in,
All right, go for it.
when Blade walks in,
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
game over, dude. It's game over.
Oh, they went full nostalgia.
The other characters are cool, but when Blade walked in, I was like, yes.
Hey,
they went full nostalgia, huh?
Dude,
Blade was my favorite comic book movie. As much as I'm a huge
second
Spider-Man
Blade
fan,
movie is one of the dopest movies ever.
Yeah, I have the Blade trilogy. I could watch that
Blade
shit all
2
day.
is one of the dopest fucking movies. The fight scenes in Blade 2 are absolutely fucking bonkers.
So who
I
played
like part
Blade?
3 too. I like part 3.
Yeah,
who played Blade?
I think it was Wesley Snipes, right?
No, I mean in the new one. In the new one?
Yeah, it was the OG Wesley Snipes one.
Wow.
Yes, that's what I mean. The OG Wesley. Yeah. You haven't seen the movie Color?
I'm not really into
Dude, you gotta go.
movies
Dude,
too
trust
much.
me. Just go watch this movie. Trust me.
I'd have to see the first one now because I haven't seen Deadpool
Thank
at
you,
all.
Jose M. Thank you, Jose M.
I'd have to catch up. You know what I mean?
Man, dude, when the OG Blade.
But I did like Blade when it came out.
I was like, yo, this movie's dope. Like when he walked in, I was like, he's gonna fucking just he don't give a fuck, dude. Like OG Blade, like game over, son.
Yeah, I gotta watch that next week.
Yeah, that movie is dope. I'm going to see it again this Saturday after I get a haircut. I'm gonna get a haircut, then I'm going to see the movie, and then I gotta freaking go promote for a show we got coming up.
Is it kid friendly? No, I doubt it. Right?
No. How old is your kid?
Yeah, she's 12.
Oh,
my kid, my niece.
12
right
is
on
okay.
the cusp.
12 is okay.
That's right on the cusp.
Yeah, 12 is okay. It's not like scary. It's just curses a lot.
Is it? But I know one thing about Deadpool. There's a lot of sexual innuendos.
It's not. It's yeah. There. I mean, there is. It's not too bad. It's not. I mean, there is a lot of that too.
Shake.
I don't.
No, not talking. No. They actually. Dude, he's having sex. He has sex scenes in the first 2 Blade movies. So, or at least the first one, he had a lot of sex scenes. Deadpool. He had a sex scene in the first one. That's where he lost the love of his life when he met this girl. They were having sex to that song Calendar Girl.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't recall.
I remember.
I would have taught more about it, but since you haven't seen it,
yeah, I got you. I
but
appreciate that. And I'm sure the audience appreciates that too.
Yeah, that movie is good. I'm excited. As soon as it comes out, I'm gonna buy it. Like that movie is dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch 1 and 2. What's that movie? That movie. I might even watch Blade now.
All right. What's the next one?
So a 5-star rating from Tonk on Deadpool Wolverine.
Oh yeah, that movie's dope.
Okay.
That movie's major dope. Definitely worth going to see if you like.
I mean, I don't want to speak for you. I don't know how often you give out 5 stars, but
I don't give them out often.
Okay.
But the nostalgic part of that movie is what made it 5 stars. Is that they hit
a home run with the nostalgia.
Right. Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, they did it. They did it right.
I mean, I don't mind a little nostalgia in a movie. It can be done right, though. You know what I mean?
What it reminds me of is the first when they rebooted Star Trek in like 2009, I think, or 2000.
Spock showed up.
Well,
Spock turned out to be the one in causing the whole thing.
No, but like just the reboot. I mean, the movie itself.
Right.
The director said that they made that movie for comic book fans than Star Trek fans, and I love the movie. But my grandpa, who was a Star Trek fan, hated the movie.
Well, I liked the first one they did. I liked, but then they decided to keep it going, and with all the changes that were made to the timeline and just calling it a different timeline, it's like that. It's like, why didn't you just like that? Basically, that to me is like taking somebody else's franchise and starting to tell your own stories with it. Yeah, I didn't care for that aspect, but so I didn't watch
They
anymore. But
really,
the first movie was
well,
good.
what I was getting at was that initial Star Trek movie where he said he made it for comic book fans.
Mhm.
It did resonate well because just
Right.
like the same way Deadpool did, because this nostalgic part of it, the other characters that they bring in and stuff, they did a good job of that.
Right.
Because it was just nice to
And a
see his
young James.
character
I mean,
again.
think about it though. And a young James T. Kirk, the way he was, kind of cowboyish, like he is kind of like a comic book hero. If you think about it, like the old James T. Kirk and how he was, like the captain out there in middle of space that the Starfleet don't have control of. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Wrong, righting all the wrongs of the universe. It's like, okay. Yeah, that's
yeah.
comic book.
I mean, eventually we're gonna have something like Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, once they like figure out either how to go through a wormhole or something like that, we're gone. It'd be crazy.
No doubt.
They're trying to do it right now. They keep colliding particles and shit. It's crazy. It's like, have you seen the movie on Netflix? The so what was the movie? Um, where that big monster was like attacking New York City. It came out like 2006, and it was like the people using their own camcorder filming the movie.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly
The
what you're
prequel
talking
came
about.
out on Netflix.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it looked like a praying mantis.
Yeah.
Oh, was that that wasn't oh,
No, I'm not talking about Stargate. It's
oh, it's
it's uh they came out with a sequel. It was called 310 something Drive. So
Cloverfield.
yeah, Cloverfield. Yeah.
All right,
I almost had it.
so the prequel to that movie is on Netflix. It's called Cloverfield Paradox.
Uh-huh.
And so what they do is in that movie, they're doing something where they're trying to make wormholes or something. They're trying to do something similar to what we're doing on Earth, and it like moves Earth, or like it does something, and that's what triggers like all those monsters and stuff. And
Ah.
it's just crazy because like
Kind of like how warp drive signaled to the
it's just like the
Vulcans to
stuff
come
we mess
visit us.
with, man. It's like the stuff we mess with now. It's just, I don't know, dude. It's crazy. Like, there's just so there's just it's just crazy the things that they're doing now. And like stuff like that is maybe possible. Like we could like open a portal somewhere to some other universe.
Long as you jot down the coordinates so we can get back. That's
Crazy.
the problem. Nobody wants to write down the coordinates to their universe before they jump into the wormhole. You know what I mean?
I would do it if we had a way to go. I would volunteer to go. I wish I could be the first person to go to Mars.
The show was kind of corny, but I thought Sliders did a great job of like, hey, this is like a real traversable vortex that can take you to other parallel universes. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was great, but the show itself was kind of, I mean,
I've never seen that show. And then Raphael, I didn't know they're trying to. I mean, that's a lot. Like we haven't even dug through the crust yet to get to the mantle. I don't think we've actually broke the crust yet. to get to the second layer, unless they're doing it.
Likely not.
You know, if they're doing it from the ocean, they're starting at the bottom of the ocean, or are they starting like how we imagined it back in the day? I'm gonna just dig a hole to China. They're trying to do that and then put. I don't know. I don't know, man. I believe Earth is globe, and you can't just dig through the center like that. Gravity is crazy down there. Heat is crazy down there. If you, I don't know how you can. I don't know. I'd be scared of messing with the core. Like you mess with
like
the
it
core.
melts diamonds.
Yeah, it's like you can't just mess with the core of the Earth. Like I don't care how much like they have to believe that gravity is real. They have to like I can't imagine that it's a bunch of flat earthers trying to dig through the Earth, right? They believe that they're going to get to the other side. They believe that there's a core. I imagine so, because isn't China, they're atheist.
Well, wouldn't they fall through? Like
a lot of flat earthers are very religious, and China is like atheists, aren't they?
Wouldn't they fall through the crust? Like if they poked a hole through the flat Earth, wouldn't they like fall through it?
Flat earthers are religious.
Fall through like the moon door in freaking Game of Thrones.
Right.
What kind of religion do flat earthers
no,
believe
dude,
in?
I know.
Bro, Shake.
Every flat earther I know,
it's a very like,
serious flat earther I know.
It's the.
They quote the Bible all the time.
Well, right, because what the type of
and every white guy I know is a serial killer. I mean,
the Shake, the type of people,
serial killer.
The type of in this case Christians that believe in flat Earth, they're the ones that believe that the Bible is literal, that the Earth is only 6,000 years old, and that everything in the way the Bible describes the Earth is true. You know what I mean?
The Earth is 6,000.
So it's only because those particular extreme Christians believe in a literal translation of the Bible. So they actually believe in flat Earth because that's the way the Bible describes the Earth to be.
No way. There's no way China is thinking that.
I'm not saying all Christians believe that. I'm saying that there's a reason that
I'm sure there's flat earthers are atheists too. So.
Well, yeah. I don't doubt that there's atheists that are flat earthers, because atheists are generally skeptics, and if the government's going to tell them the Earth is round, they're going to be like, "Nah, it's flat." So I get there's atheists that are flat earthers.
What I'm getting at is, I was just saying simply, China. I don't believe that's a bunch of flat earthers trying to dig to the bottom of the Earth. Like I believe they believe in gravity, and they're out of their mind.
Listen,
if they think trying to drill to the bottom, to the middle of Earth is insane and stupid.
They're too busy building iPhones.
Like, you know what that's equivalent of trying to do? Turn on a microwave, put on a microwave, set it for 20 minutes, and then start taking it apart and see what happens.
No,
like take off the top and then start fucking with it with a fork and watch it happen.
And I wouldn't suggest anybody takes apart a microwave, by the way, for disclaimer purposes.
So we're saying don't do that, right? That's what's going to happen if you try to dig to the middle of Earth.
Yeah, there's actually things inside a microwave oven that are like very dangerous to people just to be exposed.
That's what I mean. That's how dangerous it is. So I'm not.
Yeah. Not to mention China. In China, they believe what the government tells them. So what the hell?
Exactly. That's crazy. What are they going to do though? But you know what's funny? You know what's so funny about you saying it's China? That like what is reporting is that as China is growing up, I would always say, "Oh, I want to dig a hole to China," but no, China's going to dig a hole to me. Like you can't make this up. What are they going to?
So I'm wondering though, at what point do you start falling back upward out of the hole? Like if you dig a hole from one side of the Earth to the other, and you start falling into that hole, do you fall upward out of the hole?
You can't. Yeah, it's.
You'll be stuck in the middle forever.
I wouldn't want to even try to see what that's like.
You'd be stuck in the middle forever.
You don't want to try to find out what that's like. You don't want to try to do that.
you would basically be stuck in a centrifuge for the rest of your life.
It's just like you don't. It's just like you don't want to do that. You're not going to have a good time. Fortunately, they're also trying to plant a billion trees in China to suck up all their own smog. So, in lighter news,
Tonk, did you hear about this big machine that they built to take CO2 out of the air?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, have they ever heard of
vacuum?
Couldn't they have just planted a forest? I mean, for real.
Well, they're starting to now. Well, it's because they're seeing this. Well, it's not only the trees that suck up the CO2. It's that they also make it cooler, around that city too.
Right.
Because it just brings down the temperature. Yeah, it just brings down the overall temperature. So
especially if it's a rainforest and it's got like a canopy, you know what I mean?
It's just there's so many reasons why. So, yeah, China's crazy. I mean, they have the resources because they have 1 billion people, so they can just take 500 million people and just do something.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, they get 500 million people like, yo, what's up? But what are we doing today? Like where they live is like the size of where I'm sitting.
Right. Yeah, and I heard about that, Raphael. They're trying to bring back the woolly mammoths, and they're worried about cows farting. Hey, what do you think the woolly mammoths are going to do?
It's like on one end, we hear that they're curing AIDS. They're curing AIDS. They just cured AIDS. A dude just got cured of AIDS from stem cells. This is the third time that I've read personally for myself that somebody was cured of AIDS. The first 2 times I read it was in 2013. There was a baby that was born with HIV and they cured the baby of HIV. And then there was a dude, something happened with a blood transfusion. Someone got AIDS or HIV and it went away on its own because the dude was like immune to it or something like that.
Damn.
And then just recently, they were doing stem cells. So how that works is, I mean, I don't know. That's very interesting how they did it with stem cells. It's fucking crazy. It's just crazy the stuff that we're doing nowadays. HIV has been cured 3 times. That's insane.
The first one was Magic Johnson, right?
No, he still has it.
No, they say he doesn't have it anymore.
Is he below testable amount?
No, he just doesn't test positive for it.
Right.
He's on a medication where he tests negative for it.
And that is actually common now. They have a particular drug they're marketing that brings you below testable amount.
And they say that like if you're tested negative for it, that you can't give it to someone. Which hypothetically, okay, but I wouldn't. I'm not going to take. I don't need to take the chance. You know, like if I was a partner of somebody who was tested negative, like I don't need to take a chance. But what was I going to say?
All right, so that went off the rails from NFL preseason.
Yeah, because because we're gonna have a woolly mammoth, and we're gonna have dinosaurs
with AIDS.
Now that we've cured it, we're gonna give it to this chicken.
I mean, bro, to me, the woolly mammoth died out, and there's people that claim that early hominids had something to do with that. okay, if you're going to start blaming humankind for what effectively earlier hominids that amounted to chimpanzees did to the woolly mammoth, if we're going to do that, then that's just getting off the
What's
rails.
hominids mean?
Hominid is earlier forms of humans that are not Homo sapiens. So in
what
other
is-
words, like like Neanderthals or
Right, but what does
Homo
that have to do
erectus.
with woolly mammoths?
Because they believe that humans hunted them to extinction.
Yeah.
Right. So we have a responsibility to bring them back if we can
Oh.
by cloning them and all that.
Well, then
And
let's
to
bring
me,
back-
first of all, it's like, wait a minute here. How do we have any proof that early hominids are responsible for their extinction? Maybe they just died out because they're not long for this earth. Like things just go extinct before man ever even got here. You know what I mean?
I thought hominids was made of grits. Grits is hominids. Grits.
So, well, you know what?
What I mean
It's
is,
like,
Tonk, if they died out without, not because of us, then there's a reason they did. And if we're going to bring them back, we are the ones now disrupting the ecosystem by bringing them back.
We need to keep we need to keep the rhinos alive and the polar bears alive.
Right, but you see what I'm saying? If we're not the ones responsible for their extinction, then us bringing them back is just as much upsetting the ecosystem as not bringing them back if we did kill them off. You see what I'm saying? There's a reason the Earth said that they aren't good anymore to
It's
keep
like
growing.
I can't even get cheap health insurance, but they're trying to resurrect a mammal.
Right,
that we
exactly. Well, that
have
too.
no responsibility of.
That too.
They don't give a shit. I know a guy that got shot up because he was protecting a rhino. I know a dude who got shot up in a country in Africa because he was protecting a rhino.
And the other thing is, in order to bring it back,
Bro was laid up in a hospital like this.
Right. And another thing, Tonk, in order to bring it back, they're crossing it with elephants and all that. It's like, well, that's not really bringing back the woolly mammoth. That's creating a new
it's like, who's gonna
being.
Who's gonna feed the damn thing? You know how much that thing has to eat?
Well, they claim that it'll benefit the Siberian
It's like
ecosystem.
Republicans. It's like Republicans. They're like,
well, Tonk, they claim the scientists involved claim that it'll help bring back the Siberian lands ecosystem that's been damaged by whatever. You know what I mean?
By what? Chernobyl?
Man.
Right. Chernobyl.
Man, in general. You know, my point is, if they're crossing it with an elephant, they're creating a new being. They're not bringing back woolly mammoths, and we have no idea what effect that'll have on the ecosystem. I mean, why do we think we know? 4 billion years of evolution, but we know for some reason that bringing back the woolly mammoth is a good thing.
Hey, by the way, a woolly mammoth will be a good mascot for a Buffalo baseball team. What do you think?
The woolly mammoths?
There are a few mammoth teams out there in the world, right? Like minor league teams and all that. I think I've seen the mammoths before. There's a mastodon in Missouri. It's got a state park created around it called Mastodon State Park. And you can actually, what's that?
Macedonia?
Mastodon State Park. It's in,
not to be confused with Stankonia.
No, that's in northern St. Louis, bro.
Masochist?
Yeah, the Masochist State Park. That's
the Masochist State Park.
Masochist State Park.
It's like on that movie, something about Mary when he pulls over at the rest stop. In all the rest stop.
Man, were you married or something?
When they're all giving blowies to each other.
I wouldn't know anything about that, bro. I was married and never saw that movie.
Something about Mary. Hell yeah. The reason I watched it was because it was in Miami. So
right.
She's like, I'm a Niners fan.
But for real, they got like they got the full remains of a mastodon that was discovered by.
Yeah, it was a little baby one.
Yeah.
But we can't keep the rhinos alive. But we're gonna resurrect this thing. It's gonna be
of
be
course.
half elephant and half who gives a shit.
We can't plant trees. We got to create devices that take CO2 out of the air.
We got to turn this thing on instead of turning all that shit off.
Right. And what powers the device that takes the CO2 out of the air?
I remember like some people are like, no, you should put it in sleep mode. I'm going to leave for 4 days. Let's put everything in sleep mode instead of turning it off.
Tonk, what powers the device that takes the CO2 out of the air? Are we pissing in the wind here? You know what I mean?
All right.
Just plant some damn trees. Just plant some damn trees.
You know, I'm telling everybody we need to plant 1 billion trees, the whole world.
Hey, I'm all for it, dude.
If we
ain't nothing wrong with planting trees. I don't think it's a lefty.
If the whole world
I don't think it's a nutty
1 billion trees, then
I don't think it's a nutty environmentalist crazy thing to want to plant trees. I think it's a good idea. Plant some damn trees.
Everybody can believe that. Everybody can believe that.
It's the easiest thing to do is plant a damn tree.
Easiest thing to do we can do for forever.
And it don't mean that you're some tree hugger.
No.
But creating devices that take CO2 out of the air, that is some tree hugging bullshit. I'm just gonna put it out there, bro. I'm just gonna say it, man. Just plant the damn trees.
I know, right?
I'm really curious as to how this thing is powered. Solar powered ice makers at the North Pole. I got you hooked up, Joe.
Are you stupid or something? Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
That's kind of like air brakes in space. Hooked up, Joe. Okay, crypto by the sun. Fair enough. At least they're thinking. At least they're using their brains for more than a hat rack.
All right. So next one. So when do those games start?
What games?
The preseason games.
I reckon this weekend.
Tomorrow. We got a preseason game tomorrow night against the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, and tonight is
they already started. If you want to call the Hall of Fame game a preseason game,
I thought the Patriots are playing tonight, right?
Yeah, Patriots and Panthers played tonight.
Oh, I missed it. Oh well.
Apparently, the Panthers look like garbage.
And you were correct, Color, about the Mammoth being already like a sports team having that name. There's some type of professional baseball league called the USPBL, and there's a team called the West Side Holy Mammoths.
Holy Mammoths?
Yeah.
Holy Mammoth.
Yeah.
Silent Mammoth.
What's holy about a mammoth?
Did you see that they're proposing extra games to make the season longer, but like not every team, the team doesn't play that full of a season. I think, what is it now, 18 games?
17.
17.
They're going to 18.
Preseason.
So you could still have 9 and 9.
Oh yeah, I did hear that they're quickly ramping up talks about getting to 18 games. I did hear that recently, Tonk. Like the push is real.
Yeah,
it's probably coming soon.
Yeah, so we'll probably have 2 preseason games now.
Yeah.
I did hear some speculation if that were to become a thing, which people are saying it's inevitable, it's going to happen. That there may be a different style of bye weeks where you could have like 2 bye weeks in a season.
Yes.
That'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also, talk of mandating all the players take a game off,
Mm-hmm. Load management?
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
And if that was the case, I would put the decision in the sole hands of my quarterback. If you're talking about what do you do with your quarterback in a season like that, I say let him take off the week he wants to take off. I wouldn't even get involved with that decision, because what do you do? I mean, early and then you can't rest him later on, or if you rest him later on, you run the risk of rust. You know what I mean? Just let him decide.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, I'd rather have extra games than and lose one preseason game. 2 preseason games is all we need.
Yeah, man. Hey, Ali, I'm glad you're here, man. I thought you'd get a kick out of this picture.
What picture?
I'm sure you know. If I get this mouse to stop being a fucking jackass.
Fresh batteries help with that shit.
So
Can you imagine seeing that?
I was your pilot.
all right.
I'd probably make my way to the back of the plane.
All right, what's next?
All right.
So so I was so they asked Aaron Rodgers, "Oh, you're not playing the 2 preseason games," and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know. That's news to me." So how far are the Jets going to go this season?
I don't know, but he can't stand New York, bro. If it ain't written right on his, I mean, the dude can't stand the media. He can't stand New York.
Like, that must suck to be in that situation. Like, remember when he came back from Egypt wearing like the Egypt thing, and he missed practice, and he missed like mandatory practice, and he comes back wearing the reason why he missed it.
Yeah, flat out told everybody too. It was like, they ain't
like,
hiding
hey, what's up, guys? What are you gonna do? Fire me?
And Jets can't get out of the mud if their life depended on it. There's already videos of him fighting with receivers on the sideline. And then in addition, that guy they traded for that played for the Eagles, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. He was promised a new contract, and because they haven't provided him the new contract, he doesn't care. He doesn't mind getting fined. He hasn't shown up at all.
Crypto's in a mood tonight,
because of it already.
That's my dog, Crypto.
I know he's in a mood tonight.
Hassan Reddick, that was his name.
That sucks.
But yeah, you know, as far as Aaron Rodgers, I mean, what are they going to do? Test him for some plant that scientists have never even heard of before? You know what I mean? Like, the guy's on some weird stuff, man. Allegedly.
So far, the oldest person to play quarterback in the NFL is who? Brady?
Brady. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I think he beat Warren Moon was the one before him, I believe.
Maybe he's just trying to find some shit to make him last longer to be the oldest person.
And now Skylar Thompson has that record, I think, right?
Well, Skylar Thompson is the second coming of Aaron Rodgers. If you look at him in the face, no, I'm just kidding. I'm fucking around, dude. I'm just messing around.
And the Jets.
I had Joe Flacco. There we go.
Flacco.
There we go. Joe Flacco, baby.
Who was the guy? Who was the quarterback from The Replacements? The movie The Replacements. Do you guys remember that?
Keanu Reeves, right?
Yeah. What was the character's name?
Mark Wahlberg.
That was the character's name, Mark Wahlberg? Oh, okay. Well, whatever character, that's what I was going to call Skylar Thompson.
Vinny Testaverde.
Dude, Vinny Testaverde played in the league.
Name
Peyton Manning.
is Mr. Anderson.
Vinny Testaverde played in the league so long, I had no idea. I remember like
Jeff Garcia.
John Beck in his rookie year was the oldest. Really?
Witness. All right, so we got one more. Then I'm out.
It's
I'm
called
getting
Shane. It's Shane Falco. Whatever.
Flacco.
Falco.
So
That
the
was the name of
oldest
the commercial.
rookie in the NFL, from what I'm reading, is Chris Winkie.
Yeah, Chris Winkie. There you go. Here's
Yeah, he was
This
like
is-
45 when he got drafted.
28 years, or 28 years old, in 264 days. Damn.
dude.
Did I read it wrong?
Yeah.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
Is this a hardball joke?
No.
He's in the mud.
My bad.
And it's not two eyes. I didn't put two eyes in there.
I know this sometimes the
Hand
keyboard
print. It's called hand print.
print.
He said hand jobs.
I thought I read it wrong. My bad.
He's like, oh, hold on a second. What does that say? He's like,
All right, I'm about that. I like that topic.
they're like, that's what we should have started with.
Yeah.
All right, so those water filters that I've been showing on here, the ones that I buy in the mail, for friends of mine in Florida, I bought them a reservoir like mine, and then I bought them like months worth of filters, and I said, all right, start using these. And so hopefully they'll like the filters as much as I do, and they'll start buying them themselves. So if that works, that's called, in sustainability, that's called a handprint, where you do something for someone or you give something to someone, and it allows them, the impact has more of a positive. I mean, you could say it for probably other things in life, but they talk about it more in sustainability because of when you think of footprint, it's usually bad, right? Like you left footprints all over the place. Handprints is usually something good, usually good. So that's why kind of sustainability has latched onto it in reference to doing something for somebody else. It's like leaving a mark on there. So that's what the handprint is.
Isn't that basically is the exact difference? The handprint is the positive impact versus the footprint is the negative impact. Am I right about that?
Not if you're in a cave.
No, in a storm.
No, it still applies.
Handprints.
You look at the walls for the handprints and the
You're not
guidance.
supposed to touch it. You're not supposed
Yes,
to
it
touch
is.
the cave, bro. It's really
You
bad.
only look at footprints if they're dinosaurs.
Mm.
Or not, what did the dinosaur write on the wall?
What did the hand say to the face?
Oh man!
It's kind of like what you do to Michael K by encouraging him to buy all these products.
Conditioner, and regardless of how sudsy it isn't, he still likes it.
So what you're saying is all this encouraging of Michael K to buy all these products, Tonk, does that mean you're leaving your handprint all over Michael K?
Oh, that's what it
He's
is.
like high
You're
bar.
slapping, I see.
He's
You're
like high bar.
slapping
I'm like,
sense into people.
he went from high bar to high ya.
Right, you're slapping sense into people.
I mean, yeah.
And Michael K, if you want to know what type of soup I'm eating, it's called onion soup.
You know what I mean?
start giving out, and you know what I do? You know what I do for my clients is when we're running through the checklist and we're going through all the things he receives credit for, I say, hey, if you cut down on plastic as far as your cleaning products, and I show him options that he can use for cleaning products. I said, I'll give you extra credit on that section for reducing the amount of plastic consumption in reference to cleaning products. Because that's one of the easier areas now to guide people is for water or cleaning products, plastic free, because there's so many options that are right at the store. So I try to get builders more incentive to do that by giving them extra credit. because I can do that. Like, I let them know, yo, you get extra credit for doing that. I'm a fucking teacher.
And if they don't, you slap them upside the
And if
head,
they
slap
don't,
some sense into
well,
them, right?
well, I'm still going to tell you anyways. You don't have to, but you might as well. You might as well. Just go ahead and go all in.
And then you slap some sense into them,
Bing,
right?
bang, boom. Bing, bang, boom. I remember before I went to go buy my first cell phone, my mom took me into a place. This was Singular Wireless. It was Singular Wireless, and then there was Metro. And we went into one of the places. I forgot which place it was. And it was this Italian dude. And he was like, you pick up the phone, you make a call, boom, boom, boom. He's like, you pick up the phone, you make a call, you hang up the phone, boom, boom, boom. Like, that was how he explained it to my mom. He was like, you pick up the phone, you hang up the phone, boom, boom, boom. Because, like, back then, you had to talk about how many minutes you were going to pay for and all this shit. So the guy's trying to tell me how to, like, save on minutes. You pick up the phone, you hang up the phone, boom, boom, boom.
So speaking of cell phones, Tonk, you know that Nokia, the brand of cell phone that I use in particular, yes, that was a free plug. It was a free advertisement just now for Nokia. I expect something from them. Anyway, they actually, when you buy a phone from them, like, you get, obviously you have like your customer, tech support login and all that you can register with their website and all that. But it'll tell you once you register your phone, like, especially if you buy it from them, like, it'll tell you, like, give you what your carbon footprint is and all that. Like, they're
it gives you, that's an EPD, environmental product declaration.
Yeah, like they have a, like, part of their little app that comes
like when they mine the battery, where they get the plastic from, where, like, the emissions that it comes from. So that's why I give extra credit, because if the person is purchasing products that are plastic free, that has less embodied carbon. So that's why I give them extra credit, because I can't really measure that, but I know what's happening. So that's why I give them extra credit, because I know that measurement. Like, I've done embodied carbon calculators, so I know how they work. But just because I'm not doing one doesn't mean I can't do one in my head. So that's what I guide builders on a lot of stuff. A lot of times is things that will cut down on their embodied carbon, like using reclaimed wood or using salvaged material.
I think this thing is made out of glass, dude, if I'm not mistaken. Like, even the back cover is, like, made out of glass, bro.
Well, they got glass nowadays that's super strong.
Yeah, well, it's still cracked, but it, like, the case itself is like glass, not just the front. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have.
Weird.
I mean, it's
I like the phone. I mean, it don't have a lot of bloat. It doesn't have any bloatware. Just has, like, the Nokia support app. It also has a link to get your
I saw them online, and I got a cover that has, like, ports on it, like holes, so it breathes really easily. And my phone is so much less hot.
Who makes that?
I just bought it on Amazon. See how you can see through it?
It's the cover. Oh, yeah. Is it aluminum or something?
No, it's plastic. No, it's metal.
Metal, right?
So metal or plastic.
So it's acting as a heat sink if it's metal. Yeah.
No, it's just, it allows the phone to breathe.
Right.
All right. Well, hour and a half tonight, hour 40 minutes. Had a lot to go over.
Hell yeah.
New season. So going to try to make every week now. I might be sitting in the same corner, but I can guarantee more of being able to just throw it on over here and do an episode than trying to get set up over there. It's just too much right now. So I'd rather be able to bring y'all a show than bring y'all something to look at. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's a nice background, though. I like it.
I know.
Especially Lincoln Park.
I know. It is a dope background. It is a dope background. I know it is dope. It's because I've had this poster for a long time. This is 2007 album poster. So you know what I mean? It's not like the type of fan I am. Like, look, that's fucking Spider-Man 3. Like this shit ain't no like I ain't no bandwagon nothing. Like I've been down for my shit. But thank you for everyone chiming in tonight. I saw some new people in here tonight, so I'm really happy about that.
Like Michael K.
And almost. I mean, I'm running. I have more episodes of seeing new people than episodes of not seeing new people. So that's really dope. Cap's really done a really good job. We got a new chat now. We got more people. We got more people now. So we're gonna have more shows coming out. I'm gonna try to make it weekly as much as I can. Like I'm really happy with this show. I'm really like I like the loyalty that I've received. And I'll speak about that later too. Like I want to make a whole speech and all that, but I'll just say a little bit. You know, like there's a lot of loyalty from everyone in this group towards me as someone who isn't always available every week, but I appreciate it, and they make everyone else makes the show go very well. And so when I can come on here, I try to do the best job I can. And I just always like to say that. I say that often, but it's because I mean it. Like I really do. I mean it. Like the platform I have, I'm very thankful for. So I try to give you all a good show. And thank you for producing it tonight, Shake Money and Color.
Of course.
And Ali jumping on here
no
with your 2 cents and
no problem, Tonk. Just remember, I'll leave y'all with this thought. George Carlin once said, "Every time you drive, you put your life in your foot's hands."
That must have meant his footprint was all over it.
I'm freaking sitting there at the airport in a meeting. I'm freezing I'm like, dude, I had the worst trip the last time I saw y'all when I was sitting at the airport. Oh my God.
That's not a joke, man. I saw video footage, people posting it online, and the lines were like super ridiculously crazy, bro.
I didn't have any warm clothes with me, and thank God I had 2 shirts on when I was on the plane. I was freezing. I had to tuck my arms in my shirt. And I just had to put my head down and go to sleep because we didn't leave the airport till like 2 a.m. to fly across the country. Oh.
And they didn't even offer you a blanket?
Oh, I asked for one. They're like, we don't have any more. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I'm freezing my ass off. But thankfully, I was able to figure it out. I thought about so, and I've done this multiple times. Ever since I watched this video, this military training on how to like make your body warm. I've just learned how to do it. And so thankfully I had on 2 shirts. So I just tucked my arms in my shirt and I just focused real hard on my core. And I just like tucked myself and I just went to sleep. And so I don't know, because I had shorts on too. My legs were freaking freezing cold, but I just like went all out military and just like forced myself to go to sleep and just.
No, Michael K. He took your blankie.
But I'm not gonna make that mistake again. So it's I'm gonna have to become a snowbird. So Florida, I'm gonna see y'all, but only in January, February. I'm sorry, Florida. No more summer trips because I'm not being stuck at the airport because of tropical storm pain in my ass.
Well, don't come in this time of year.
I had a high school reunion, and then there was a whole bunch of other stuff I had to deal with that I didn't want to deal with, but I had to deal with it because of everything I'm working on. So like, it was a crazy trip, but I also went to Busch Gardens and had an amazing time. That shit was lit.
He said
literally lit. It was literal, like flat Earth in the Bible. Literal. It was literal.
Did the roller coaster take you up high enough to touch the firmament?
I said, don't hit the glass ceiling.
The globe, the snow globe.
Be careful with bottle rockets. Be careful with bottle rockets. Husker do's, Husker don'ts.
Mm-hmm.
No whistling kitty chasers.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll be back next week, and we're gonna have football by then. We'll have some games. So we'll see how Aaron Rodgers feels about being benched the first 2 preseason games, and we'll see if he's still surprised that he's still being benched. And hopefully we'll see some good plays from the Dolphins. Hopefully we'll get some nice plays. We'll see our backup QBs. See our
By the way, did you see Aaron Rodgers? Did you see Aaron Rodgers at his press conference today?
No, what? He said, "Oh, I didn't."
You bastards! You vicious, heartless bastards!
He's like, "Who took my Egypt rap?" I did a DNA test, and I'm 2% Egyptian. And if
Really?
you saw my hair in 2005, you'd be like, "Yeah, he's definitely."
Really? That's
Yeah.
interesting.
2%.
I'm 5% Moroccan.
Oh, yeah. So, it's you could say things are getting a little serious. It's
Like delirious.
Curious, Tonk, since you took your genealogy test or what do you want to call that, are you Greek by chance?
No, I am
Like the yogurt?
North Ireland, Scotland, Scottish,
Okay.
European.
Uh-huh.
So
Which means
Northern
German.
Scotland.
Well, right
Northern
there
European.
with the Irish and Scottish background, it makes sense, color, because during that time period, there was many people migrating from the Egyptian and the Middle Eastern area.
Oh yeah. Well, remember what I was telling you about the Sarmatian Knights, Ali?
Yeah,
they were
that's
Iranian.
exactly right. That's where he gets it from, bro.
Well, they were Iranian, but that's just an example of conscripted people that were, in Britain. It could have included other people besides Sarmatians too. Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's on my dad. It's actually from my dad's side.
I mean, once that filtered through the Roman Empire, you literally could be anything. You could have pieces of anything in you.
Yeah, I did 23andMe.
That's what I was going to ask you also, Tonk. Is that who you use? Because
I haven't done everything on it yet.
I don't know who's a scam these days. You know what I mean?
No, it's cool. It's cool because it shows health markers, like if you have if cancer. So I haven't confirmed it, but I think I have the gene that's the cancer gene in my mom's side of my family that's killed my mom and my grandma, and I think her grandma or her mom.
Color, was it the Ottomans that ruled part of Spain for a period of time?
It was the Moors, but it was
the Moops.
But I got to dip. I'm tired
North
as hell.
African Arabs, yeah.
So
later, Tonk.
Thank you for everybody. So I don't care if y'all want to keep the show going on or what, but I've got to dip. But thank you everyone, and I'll see you next week.
All right, cool.
Thanks, Tonk. Nice talking to you.